Praise the Lord, everybody. Hey, this is Pastor Cowan here at the Jeremiah Missionary Baptist Church, and we want to welcome all of you in for Life Compass Conference. I'm so grateful and thankful to have my pastor, Reverend Dr. Donald Hudson, with us. And listen, we're just excited to talk about his new book that's going to be coming out this fall called Life Compass. Listen, I've been in relationship and connection with Dr. Hudson since 1995 in Detroit, Michigan, a long time. And I tell you, a theologian, a father, a husband, an awesome man of God, someone I can call a friend and a mentor. So we're going to talk about Life Conference. If you got questions, please send them in, ask us about them. We got somebody fielding the questions that we'll be able to go. But listen, I want to just reintroduce you to my pastor, my friend, Pastor Dr. Donald Hudson. Dr. Hudson, tell us a little bit about you and about what got you to this place with Life Compass.
Well, first of all, let me say thank you for inviting me.
Yes, sir.
This is exciting, particularly during a time like this.
Yes.
Where people are so distant from each other because of this pandemic. But
right.
But thank God that you allowed us to come together in person. And
right.
So this is really exciting.
Yes,
It's really exciting. Well, Life Compass.
Yes, sir. Life Compass.
Life Compass. Actually, the book is entitled Life Compass: Finding Your True North.
Yeah.
Finding Your True North. The subtitles under that title is admitting where you've been and accepting it. Accepting where you are and owning it.
Okay.
And then acknowledging where you want to go and go for it.
Oh, come on. Let's talk about some of this. That's where we at right there. Accepting where you are and acknowledging it. When you said that, it sparked some thoughts in my mind as we think about where we are in the life, in the breath of the day. We've been in a pandemic.
Yeah.
We've persevered. We've made it thus far. It's still not over, but we're progressing better. So when you think about recognizing where you are and admitting it, because some people just won't admit it.
Well, when I started, this book has been in the making ever since 2016. And so over these years, I just started collecting notes, and writing notes, and just started creating a folder because I had no idea of really which direction I was going to go with it.
Okay.
And so God just gave it to me. Really, I started writing this piece about going on 10 months.
Okay.
And it really started coming to me during this pandemic.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to Life Compass, just think about that.
Right.
Life Compass. We're all born with the compass.
That's right. That's right.
We're all born with the compass.
Yeah.
Within all of us, there's a particular path that exists in us, whether we acknowledge it or not.
That's true.
And so we're born with this. We're born with this compass, and the purpose of this compass is actually to get us to what I call the true north.
True north.
So if you look at how a compass is designed,
Right.
you got the north, west, east, and south.
That's right.
Within this compass is a needle that actually moves on this pivot.
Right.
What moves this needle is actually a magnet.
Yeah.
This magnet is actually connected to the magnetic force in the world.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Come on
Now, what happens is that this, you know, if you're traveling and you're using the compass,
Right.
The needle is always going to point the direction that you're going.
That's right.
But now the unique thing about it is that no matter where this needle is pointing, whether it's pointing west, east, or south, north never changes.
No, never change. That's
No, I don't care what direction you're going in, north never changes. So all of us are going with a true north.
a true north.
So the purpose of our compass is actually to get us to our true north that we are born with.
Now, you said, you talking my language. I was in the Marines. We had to orientate ourselves to the map, and on every map, there's an N on it to show you which way is true north, so that you can orientate the compass to the map or the map to the compass. And you said something so important in that is that we are all wired to find our true north.
Every person is wired, regardless of our race, gender, age, whatever. All of us are wired with the compass that includes the true north.
Okay.
The true north is actually, in the book I define true north as our destiny. That's the ultimate. It is the ultimate destiny for which we are born.
Okay, that's good.
Now, it's not, from our departure points to our arrival at our true north, there will be destinations. There will be stopping points and starting points, but one has to be careful not to confuse some destination with that destiny.
Oh, that's good. Don't confuse.
See, what happens with a lot of people is that we confuse.
Yes, sir.
Different places that we arrive at for our destiny. That's why so many people are dissatisfied. So many people stay in areas of their life, careers that work for them. And let me push it a little bit further because I pastored over the years.
Yes.
Sometimes people can stay in areas of ministry.
Come on, teach.
Too long because they have no clue of their real destiny.
That's right. That's right.
When I started writing this book, God gave me this whole idea of life compass. And one of the things that I want people to understand is that this piece, this book, this whole life compass thing, it is not a rag to riches story.
Tell me about that. What happened in 2016? That's what I want to know. Because you said 2016 started this.
2016. Of course, I was pastor of church. We pastored churches in various cities, and grew churches and all that. In 2016, I think I was, and I don't know if I get this wrong. I had become born again.
Come on, talk.
When I was, when I was a teen.
Yes, sir.
Accepted Jesus as my Savior. All of that. But in 2016, I would say I probably had a interesting born again experience.
Tell me about that.
And it wasn't about one finding Jesus.
Right.
It was really about one finding himself.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Because and so in 2016, I started really reevaluating my life, where I've been, what life was really all about.
Right.
And so I moved into this place of redefinition.
Oh, that's good.
Revamp. And so when I went this direction, you know, and I had to figure out, okay, you know, where am I going?
Right.
You know, and that's when I discovered that's a compass in me, and you know, and a path in me. And I kept wondering why I was having these visions, these dreams, these feelings, these intuitions.
Okay.
And finally I understood that was a, you know, that there's a magnetic pull.
Yeah.
That was appealing to me, and it was pulling me to a particular destiny that God had for me.
Okay.
Which did not dispel my calling.
Right.
By no means.
Right.
You know, it was just leading me to where I'm supposed to be.
Okay.
You know, and so I just kind of dove in and just say, you know, let's do it.
Right.
Let's take that journey. And that's how the book was, you know, was. So it's not a rags to riches. One of the things I think many times. Hey, before we, you know, on that note, what people gotta understand, come on, that because you are in a good place,
Right.
it may not necessarily be the best place for you.
Well, sometimes
It's a good place.
sometimes we prefer good versus great.
Well, you know what? You know, when I go back over my life,
Yeah.
I was satisfied with good,
Okay.
but I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't shoot for the great.
I think that's where, when you talk about life compass and you, that part of evaluating where you are, where am I in my life, where am I in my career, where am I in my relationships, where am I on the spectrum of where God is calling me and challenging me to go.
You know what? Some people can't even get to that place of accepting where they are and owning it because they never accept where they've been.
That's good.
See, if you don't, how do you even know where you are if you do not know where you come from?
Right.
You know, and people are very reluctant to admit where they've been.
That's true.
And so when I started writing Life Compass, one of the things that God impressed upon me, and that was before you even can move to the level, you know, of understanding who you are and where you are, you first got to go back and really accept where you've been. And you know the interesting thing about accepting where you've been.
Give it to me.
People don't like going back. You know, because because back is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Going back is disappointing. But you cannot. You really can't move forward until you get to that place where you can really accept where really where you've been in life. What makes up your life.
That's it.
You gotta own your facts. Because you gotta understand something. The facts of your life actually helps you move down the path of your life compass.
Okay.
Because if you go back, everything about your past ain't bad.
That's true.
Everything about your past ain't bad. So when it comes to this whole thing of admitting where you've been, one of the things I talk about in the book is facing your facts. We all got facts.
That's right.
We all got facts. You gotta own your story.
That's it.
What is your story?
Yeah.
And your story is not made up of just negative.
That's right.
There's some positive.
Yeah.
And you got to understand that your failures are not final. Your failures are not final. When I talk about the idea is that because you fail don't mean you're a failure.
Right. That's
You
true.
know, and you're never gonna follow the path of your compass, of your compass, if you think that because you failed that you are a failure. Matter of fact, what you need to do, and I talk about this in the book, is let your failures work for you.
Let's talk about that. Let's unpack some of that. Let's talk about some failures. What are some of the failures you face, or that you had to explore? Hey, I think
you know what, failures are some things that it's just some things that you can be good at, but you just still fail at.
That's
and we all have failures in our lives.
Right.
Whether it's mismanaging.
Yep.
Whether it's in marriage. Whether it's in parenthood.
Yeah.
In ministry, we all have failures. Now the problem with society, though, society trying to tell us that you're not supposed to fail. There is no successful person that I know that has never failed.
That's true.
And what we have to do is, and I talk about this in the book, sometimes we're going to let our failures be our ally.
That's good. Come on, talk a little bit more about that. That's it. That's good. Yeah.
Well, because say an ally is someone that helps you.
That's right.
Well, my failures help me.
That's true.
It just taught me because it teaches you what you're not good at, and it also teaches you what do not work for you.
That's right. I think that's good.
And a lot of people don't know what worked for them because they never face the facts of their life, because facts can be painful, and so as a result, what happens that we end up punishing ourselves.
Right.
Because
Beating ourselves up.
Yeah, we beat ourselves up, and there is nothing so detrimental on one's as it relates to punishment than the punishment one places upon himself.
I agree.
I agree. Life falls apart when you begin to punish yourself. And the reason why we punish ourselves is because of our failures and the way society have taught us about failing. And so that's why it's hard to accept ourselves.
Got it.
And so you can never go your life compass and get to your true norm until you really accept who you are. And so at some point, you got to bounce back from those disappointments, whether it's disappointments in yourselves, those pains, those failures in your life, and you have to begin again. And beginning again is not all bad.
That's it.
Sometimes that's what the doctor ordered, man. You got to begin again. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if we're honest, all that other stuff ain't working no more.
It's not working. It's not working.
So you gotta make up your mind.
Come on now.
To begin again, and you do it without apology.
That's it.
Probably one of the things I discovered about myself, and that is that I always try to apologize, for failures. Well, I come to this place now, not apologizing for my failures. They are what it is.
Right.
And I'm not apologizing for reinventing myself, even if it do not fit societal norms. So I got to follow my particular life compass path that gets me to my particular destiny, whether people agree with it or not.
That's so true. Dr. Hudson, because if you be truthful, sometimes the compass is going to take you a different route than everybody else is taking.
Well, think about this. The purpose of the compass is to take you a different route.
There you go.
Because all of us are unique.
Right. Come on now.
No, we're not cars.
Right.
Not and believe it or not, people, the reason why people are not enjoying life is because they're knockoffs.
They're not even, some of us are equivalent to a Gucci purse on a New York corner.
Oh my goodness. A knockoff.
You're a knockoff.
A knockoff.
You're not even real.
Woo! Come on now.
And people wondering why their lives are not going. They're not real.
Right.
Because nobody, this is the age, this is the age of lost style.
Tough style. Lost style. That's it.
Lost style. Everybody's trying to look like everybody else.
Right.
Everybody trying to talk like everybody else.
Come on.
Get your own dance.
Got your own niche.
It's funny. I was, I was sitting in my, office at home, and our youngest, our oldest granddaughter walks in, and I don't even know what's on. I don't even remember what's on television. It's some kind of music, something. And she begins, to dance.
Right.
And I mean, she's dancing. She calls me Poppy D. She says, "Hey, Poppy D, come dance with me." So I get up, and and I'm trying to do what she's doing. Let's say the heck with it. So I let her dance, but I did my own dance.
That's right.
But interesting, she was dancing her style to the music, and I was dancing my own style to the music.
That's it.
See, what people got to understand, in order to follow your life compass and get to your true norm, you got to catch your, we can all listen to the same music.
Yeah, come on now. Come on.
But I don't have to dance like you. I dance like me. One of the things that happened in this pandemic,
Come on now.
it as it relates to life compassing, it made us recognize our own particular rhythm. And our own particular dance. I'm telling you why.
That's good.
Because many of us were dancing because we were in the crowd.
That's it. That's it. That's it. We was in the
rave.
rage. We was in the jumping. Everybody jumping.
We was all jumping, man. We was all in the crowd.
Yes, sir.
When the pandemic came along, we didn't have the crowd. So that meant that we had to compose our own music, our own dance.
Right.
And we was dancing by ourselves.
That's it.
And so that's what life compassing is. It's really following your own particular path, even when nobody is on the path with you.
That's good. That's good.
And so we dance to our own, we dance to our own beat.
I think one thing too, also as you're sharing, is opening up that when you're operating and moving the way your life compass is drawing you to your true north, it brings out a creativity in you.
Yes, because we, we all have some creativity.
Yeah.
And so in order to follow our path that leads to our destiny / our true norm, you gotta release that creativity out of you. And sometimes that that creativity that we're releasing out of us, it may not be like somebody else.
Right. Right.
Now that's, for some people that's scary, because people don't like to be alone. But I know, I've heard, well, it's safety in the herd. But sometimes the herd can be one of the most non-adventurous place.
That's what
you can be, because everybody in the herd doing the same thing.
That's it.
Of course there's danger when you break the herd.
That's true.
But your chances of grazing in fresh spots.
But being left open to vulnerability.
Hey, but the thing about it, that's part of following our life compass. Is to be vulnerable to the to the elements.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's good.
And there's no way around it. And so when I start thinking about life compass and beginning to live my life compass driven, then I realized that I had to take some risk, and that the risk, there will be some possible losses.
Oh, definitely.
I even talked about this in the book that that there are some losses that may come about. You may lose a, believe it or not, you may lose a check.
Yeah.
You may lose some people close to you.
Right.
You know, you may
Yeah.
lose the popularity.
That's it.
But the main thing is getting to that place for which you were born.
That's it. That's
You
it.
know,
That's it.
because you can get all the fluff and all the stuff.
Yeah.
And life can be miserable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been there. You know,
Talk about
I've been. I did the money thing.
Right.
I did the travel thing.
Right.
I had the platform.
Right.
And the crowd.
Right.
But deep down inside, there was still something missing.
That's good.
Everybody who knows my journey know that that I was the one I was one of the ones that would take leaps.
Oh,
I would leap. People call me, you used to call me crazy, or I didn't know what I wanted. But what they didn't understand that I was operating by a compass in me that I did not know.
Good.
So and so when I began to follow my life compass, I realized that there was something else in me, that I was impregnated with,
Come on now.
that I needed to get out. See, all of us, whether we're male or female, we get impregnated with something, and we have to get it out of us in order for us to give probably birth to the rest of our life.
That's it. That's it. And when we talk about finding your true north, so I'm thinking of that teenager that's watching, that young adult that's watching, that person that's hit that middle age hump that's watching, that senior that's watching. In different areas, how does finding your true north, that compass, how does that help bring that life about?
Well, first of all, we got to understand that compass is really in the path of that compass is an instinct, that gut feeling. Don't erase your gut.
That's good. That's good.
That gut feeling.
Yes, sir.
Just that drive. Discovering our true north again is our destiny.
Yeah.
We all have particular abilities and potential, and so how we get to true north is actually understanding what we are capable of doing.
That's good.
And so what that teenager or adult,
Yeah.
or whoever, you gotta figure out what you're good at. I dare to say that if you cook good fried chicken,
Come on now.
and everybody, and probably the majority of the people like your chicken, and they begin to say, when you bring the chicken to the family reunion or to the party or to the church, and they ask you, did you bring your famous chicken? And you like cooking chicken?
Come on now.
9 times out of 10, your true north that you'll open up a chicken shack.
That's it.
If you wake up in the morning and you just thinking about fried chicken,
Come on now.
and you sit up in the bed thinking about different recipes, about how to fry chicken, and you trying to discover another way to fry chicken, and you go to somebody else's chicken restaurant or chicken shack and you buy chicken and you open up the box and you taste the chicken and you just look at the chicken like this ain't good chicken.
Right.
And you go home and fry your own chicken and put that chicken to the side. Your destiny is to fry chicken.
Your destiny. That's your destiny.
So whatever that drive is in you, I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, that's your true north. What wakes you up in the morning?
That's it.
What do you do easily? That true north is something that you will do if nobody
even wrote you a check.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You still show up.
You know, you still show up. It's not about the pay. It's about the passion. It's about the satisfaction that you get. That's your true north.
That's your true north.
That's your true north. Now the problem with discovering your true north in this day and time is that we want to be like everybody else.
That's it.
You know, we don't want to follow our particular path and get to our particular destiny in our lives, because sometimes going that direction is lonely.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true.
You know, it's not it's not a whole lot of people on that path. And that's why when it comes to being compass driven, one of the things I talk about in the book is about narrowing your path.
Narrowing your path.
Yeah, because you got to narrow your path. Not only you got to narrow your path, you also got to narrow your options. See, you're never going to get to your true north and to your real purpose of why you've been born and live it out. If you're all over the place.
That's right.
And see, much don't mean it's the best thing.
That's right.
And so in the book I talk about narrowing your path. I also talk about narrowing your options. Because you're never going to get to your destiny if you're trying to grab everything. Everything ain't meant for you.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And you got to figure out what fit you.
That's it.
And one size don't fit all.
Come on now. One size don't fit all.
One size don't fit.
I think one of the keys I think is that many times many people don't understand their gift and their purpose, and don't understand how their gift and their purpose can bring joy, fulfillment and joy in their life. Again, I've been with you since '95, from preaching, teaching, chaplaincy, and I know your transition of things. Share a little bit about that transition, understanding how your gift has multiple areas it works in, but you still got your option narrow.
Well, throughout the years, I just make sure use the gift the good Lord gave me.
That's it.
And use them in different areas, whether it's teaching or preaching or writing or talking over radio, whatever the case may be.
Right.
But you have to, but I had to embrace that.
That's right. That's right.
But as I embrace it, I have to embrace it authentically.
That's it.
I have to be me. And everybody don't agree with me.
Come on now. Say that.
And used to matter. Yeah, people agreed with me. Now I don't care.
I feel it.
And at some point we all got to get to the point. I don't care if you agree with me or not.
Right. Right.
I got to agree with myself. And the problem is that some people, number one, don't agree with yourself. You don't even agree. You don't even agree with you.
Talk, Hudson.
And it's interesting is that we want people to agree with us,
but we don't agree with us.
We don't even agree with us.
Wake up in the morning, look at yourself, don't even like yourself.
Matter of fact, the average person probably look in the mirror and they're not even seeing them.
That's right.
They're not even seeing themselves.
That's right.
They'll see a silhouette of who they are.
Right.
And I think, I would pose the question to anybody. If you tap yourself on the shoulder and you turned around, would you even recognize you?
Woo, that's good.
Some of us haven't seen ourselves in so long.
We don't even
that we probably pass ourselves on the street and we even speak to ourselves and we still think that's a stranger.
That's good. That's good.
And I'm telling you, you're never gonna follow your life compass if you don't even, if you're not even friendly with you.
That's right. It's something that's good. Cause sometimes when we talk about finding our true north and reaching our destiny, we gotta recognize who God created us to be and like and love ourselves. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't be friendly with nobody else.
Well, that's true. Well, one of the commandments is to love thy neighbor
Come on.
as thyself. Now, most people interpret that as let me love my neighbor first. You can't love me first if you do not love yourself.
Come on now.
Because the law of physics is that one cannot give what they do not have.
That's it. That's
You
it.
know, so people are trying to give love and they don't have love.
They don't have love.
You know, and so, but part of that is that we don't, we have not accepted who we are. In life compassing, it's very imperative that we recognize who we are and accept who we are and accept who the Creator have made us and not try to mold ourselves into somebody else's mold.
Right.
When I was a kid, I used to hear people say, when God made you,
Come on.
He broke the mold. Well, of course, back then they used to say it insultingly. So when somebody say to me, when God made you, He broke the mold, I try to give them a high five or a hug and sound glad you recognize it. Because I'm the only one of me.
I'm the only one of
And you're the only one of you.
That's the uniqueness.
A salad, who just want to eat lettuce? That's bad for your system if you just eat lettuce.
Right.
So you need to mix something up with that.
That's right.
And so that's the way God made us. He made us so unique that there's nobody like us, and the purpose of us is that we add a flavor, to the dish.
Right.
You like cook, I'm a gourmet cook, and so, so I don't, part of my dishes are made up of different seasoning,
Right.
and everything stands alone before you mix it up.
That's right.
And so when you mix it up, it makes a wonderful dish.
That's it.
And so that's what the world is really all about. And we're like different seasoning, man.
That's it.
And what we got to do is learn to be who we are, but mix with other ingredients.
That's right.
That exist. That makes the beautiful world. See, the problem with the world is that we want everybody to be like us.
That's right. That's right.
Everybody can't be white. Everybody can't be black.
Right.
Everybody can't be Hispanic.
Right.
We are who we are. We got to learn to embrace that, because only you can give to the world what you got.
That's right. That's good. That's good.
And all of this is part of being compass driven. Living by our particular compass. And so my path may not be like yours.
That's right.
But I gotta accept my path. But at the same time, even though your path is not like mine, I also, when we meet each other
Yeah.
on the way,
Yeah.
what I gotta do is, even though you're on a different path, I got to recognize your uniqueness and not be biased to you because your path is not like mine. I gotta appreciate your path.
That's it. That's it.
And I got but I can only appreciate your path, but I appreciate
I appreciate you. Another, because when you said that, it made me think about, because many times people don't recognize you're on your path to your destiny, and someone else is on their path to their destiny. So it's not about competition,
Oh no.
but it's about complimenting.
Compass, being compass driven.
Yes.
It's no competition.
That's good. Good.
I don't even talk about competition.
Good.
When we're living according to our life compass, I'm not competing.
Good.
This is not a race. This is not a game.
Right.
This is, if there is a game, I'm the only player in it.
Right.
If there is a race, I'm the only runner. I'm the only runner. If I have to build the field, run a little bit, run back up in the stand, be my own cheerleader, come back down and run. I'm the only one in the stadium.
That's it.
You know, and you're the only one in your stadium.
That's right.
Everybody's in their own stadium, and we got to play our own particular game.
That's it.
You know, because see, when we start playing the games of other people, you cannot win.
You can't win.
Because it's their game and they make the rules. I win. See, when we wake up every morning, we get into our game. We can always be successful in our game. We can be the winner in our game. Why? Because it's our game. We make up the rules.
Good.
So I don't have to lose my game.
You don't
lose the game.
You lose.
But you will lose trying to play my game.
Right.
Because it's my game. I read the rules.
That's good.
You know.
That's
And
good.
so in life conversing, what you got to do, you got to figure out your game.
That's good.
You know.
That's good.
You know. But I'm gonna tell you something about that. When you figure out your game, you will always recognize when somebody else is playing the game with you. Because you know your game.
You know your game. You know your game. You said something important in there. You was talking about rules. Talking about rules. And for me, when I hear the word rules, I always think about boundaries. And when you're on your life compass,
There are rules.
there are rules. There are boundaries.
You can't, again, the life compass take you to a particular path.
Yeah.
And so if you know anything about a path, well, you can't drive all over the place.
That's right.
When you're on a path.
That's right.
It's a path. See, some of us are trying to live our life in a field. No fences. We driving all over the place.
Right. Dirt road.
We're on dirt road.
Right.
On Monday, highway on Tuesday, we in somebody's field, or we're just probably just parked on some street with no name.
Right.
But a path takes you in a particular direction. And that direction is your true north, which is your destiny.
That's good.
You know,
That's good.
and you can't get to what you are purposed for if you all over.
That's it. That's it.
All over the place.
Right.
So you got to have some rules.
That's right.
A ruleless life is a life that ends up anywhere.
That's right. That's right.
If you don't know where you're going, it's like if you're driving from Milwaukee to Dallas.
Yes.
You at least got to know that you're headed to Dallas.
At least you gotta know.
Now, you at least got to know.
You gotta know where you're going.
You just can't take off.
That's right.
You got to figure out what your departure point is. Now, you will always know if you are getting closer to Dallas when you see some signs.
That's it.
Now, if you've been driving for 2 days,
Yeah.
and you don't see no signs,
Come on now.
says Dallas 100 miles, Texas up ahead. So you probably you lost.
That's it. That's it.
You lost, and so there are some there are some rules, and then these rules are like signs that says we're going in the right direction and we're getting to what we've been created for. When this whole life compass thing started, I had an idea of what type of life I wanted and how I wanted this to end.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing about it, as I was traveling, I did not see any signs that showed that I was closer
Come on now.
to what I was created for.
Right.
And
right.
so many people are traveling life and they're not seeing any signs of what they really want. Part of it is because they probably don't know what they want.
They don't know what they want.
And that's why in the book I talk about this idea of acknowledging what you want
That's right.
and going for it. What do you really want in it?
Come on now. Come on.
Because you think about it, many people operate their lives and go down the path based upon what somebody else wants for them or what somebody say they're good at. You know.
And not taking that time to define or finding out where they are, where their passions are.
Yeah. When I was in junior high, I had some fellows who actually talked me into actually playing football. Man, listen, I'm one of the clumsiest persons. I'm not good at any of that stuff.
Right.
I let those fellows talk me in to get no football team. Almost killed my friends. But I was good at art. And so I drew, I painted, And so as a result, because of my artistic abilities, I ended up studying art at SMU in the 11th grade.
Right.
And entering painting competitions and won the majority of them.
Right.
Because I finally understood what I was good at.
Right.
And so with life encompassing, you got to figure out what fits you, and you go that particular path.
That's right. That's right.
Versus being all over the place. But you gotta dare to meet yourself.
That's it.
And so and so we gotta have signs.
That's it.
Right.
That's good.
I gotta see some signs. Now, one of the things that the pandemic done,
Come on, talk now.
the pandemic pulled up some signs.
It sure did.
And so we was all over the place. And so what happened is that when they brought us in,
Right.
those of us who had good sense said, this is the time to reevaluate, recreate, and redefine.
That's right.
See, even though the pandemic was horrifying,
Yes.
from my point, a lot of people lost jobs.
Right.
A lot of people, was behind on bills and things.
Right.
But the interesting thing about it, even though people lost jobs, there were also new businesses that were started
That's right.
during the pandemic.
That's right. And there was new jobs that
That
were
was
created
Right.
because of the pandemic.
Right.
Things opened up differently because
So here you have a predicament that created new paths.
That's it.
So in all of our lives, no matter what our situations are, if we look hard enough and we pay attention to our compass,
Yeah.
we are going to identify some paths,
That's it.
either that we're on, or either that we got off, or either that we can't get on.
That we can't get on.
Everybody got a plan.
Everybody got a path. And you gotta be willing. I think some of the challenges is that some people are not willing to get off of the path they were used to.
Because it's scary.
Yeah.
You know,
and
you know,
take
you know,
that when the compass is pulling you
Yeah.
another way.
See, understand something. The reason why so many people stay on the path that they know ain't working. They know it ain't working. It ain't working. They miserable.
Come on.
They wake up every morning, they get on that same old one down path. Some of us on the path, we can't even get any more traction. It's worn out. We hate it.
Right.
When we wake up in the morning, we're mad as hell.
Right.
And we go through the day, we're miserable.
Right.
And we stay there because that's what we used to.
Right.
Because see, if I stay on a certain path long enough, I get used to it. I can name it. I know what it looks like. I know what it smells like. I know what it feels like. I may not like the way it feels or the way it smells.
But I know.
But I'm used to it. This is what I'm used to because I know what this is, and I know where I am. But when you dare take another path based upon your compass, now you have new questions. Now you're venturing out into the unknown,
Right.
another frontier. And sometimes that can be a scary thing because now I got to create new rules.
Right.
I gotta start thinking differently.
Right.
See, I don't have to think. I don't have to rethink if I'm doing the same old thing every day.
That's right. That's it.
I don't have to readjust or realign my life.
No.
But when I get on a new path, then that means that I have to pause,
Come on.
think about it, and get ready to realign my life to take that path in order to get to what is ahead of me.
That's
now
it.
I got new questions.
Got new questions. New question leads to new answers.
There you
New
go.
answers lead to, yeah, come on now.
And so some people want to stay on the path that they're on because they really think it's safe. And it's not necessarily safe. The pandemic showed us this.
That's right.
I mean, we thought we were safe.
That's right.
Well, everybody was talking about, oh yeah, I've been here all this long, I got job security. Well, pandemic showed that. And I guarantee you, there were some people when this happened, they, that idea that they allowed to lay dormant. Finally, knock back on the door again and say, I told you I'm still here. Now what you gonna do with it?
Right. Right.
Because this has fizzled out.
Right.
So
That's good. That's good. That's good. So when we think about life compass, what would you want to say to everybody that's viewing, everybody that's listening, everybody that's here? What would you say the end goal when you reach that destination? What does that look like?
when you reach it, when you find, well, number one, destiny, you reach destiny. But destiny is a continuum.
It's good.
It's a continuum.
That's good.
And so when you're there,
Right.
when you can wake up every morning and you are excited
Yeah.
about doing what you're getting ready to do that day.
Yes, sir.
That when the alarm clock goes off, you jump up out of bed like a jack in a box.
Come on now. Come on now.
You're happy.
Excited.
You're excited.
Yeah.
You're now living from the inside out versus the outside in.
Yeah.
You're feeling good about your life.
Yes, sir.
You're finally getting to smile. You finally laugh again.
Yes, sir.
Because now you're operating on all cylinders. And so that's what it's going to look like. Now the interesting thing about it, when you arrive at that place, and people say, well, I got to make a living. I got to make some money. Let me tell you something. When you finally get to that place of your passion, some kind of way, money cometh. Because now you're in that place that you're using what you've been created to use that is marketable.
That's right. That's
Because
right.
you're doing it so well.
That's right. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, somebody, I promise you, if you're good at making biscuits, somebody's gonna buy you biscuits.
That's it. That's it.
Somebody's looking for a good biscuit.
Well, when we think about, like you said, when we think about, again, those are the things we worry about. How am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to take care of this? How am I going to do that? But when we think about money, money is currency.
Yeah, let's not say the material things are not important. I think that everybody should want to have good things.
Right.
But we can't replace good life
There you go.
with good things.
Teach.
Because many of us, and I've been in that club, we had the bells and the whistles, the vacations and all of that.
Right.
But you really wasn't living.
That's right.
And that's different from making a living and living.
That's it.
Anybody can make a living.
That's right.
But it takes dare and guts to live.
That's good.
And so the end results of this whole piece, just wanting people to understand that no matter where you are in life, when I say no matter where you are,
Yeah.
no matter where you are, you could be down in the gutter, you could be on the mountaintop, wherever you are, there is another level that you can go.
That's it.
There's another place that you can arrive.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter whether you're poor or got money, we all got a compass.
Okay.
And so the end game
That's good.
is actually that
it's all over, you'll be able to say, I have lived. You know, and I stick with my path.
That's good.
You know, for many of us, you know, it's funny because you know the reason why people are afraid to die.
Talk to them.
Is that they know that they have not lived.
That's it.
You know,
That's it.
they got some unfinished business.
That's good.
And so the purpose of life compass, finding the true north, is actually that you set yourself up.
Right.
That when it's all over, you can say, I have lived.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
And I want people to understand that life can be better, life can be fun.
You know, you can redefine yourself.
That's good. That's
and
good.
reinvent yourself, no matter how old you are.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, listen, follow you. I am in probably one of the best places that's time in my life at 60.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
60 years old.
Yes, sir.
I'm 60 years old in February.
Yes, sir.
You know, and I'm reinventing myself
At 60.
at 60. And I tell all these young cats, don't you let a 60-year-old beat you out. You know, you better put on your running shoes because, man, I'm running my path. I'm super. I ain't gonna let him outrun me, y'all. He ain't gonna do it. Y'all can hang it up. Half gonna run with it. It's true. Yeah. And so no matter where you are, as long as you got a breath in you, a reasonable portion of your health and strength, a piece of your mind.
That's it.
Use that little piece.
That's it. That's it.
To follow your compass and do what you want to do.
That's it. That's it.
And do what you've been designed to do.
That's good.
Be happy.
Yeah.
Be cool. Laugh.
Yeah.
You know.
Enjoy.
You enjoy your life. Because when you start enjoying your life, you're happy, I promise you, you're going to help other people enjoy theirs.
That's it. That's
And
it.
you're going to bring joy to somebody else's life.
Oh, that's good.
Because you're happy, you got joy. So that's really what life comes about. It's more to it. This is just some preliminary stuff. Book is in its editing stages. You know how that goes. We'll plug in some more stuff in. And we're looking. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Got some great subjects.
Yes, sir.
That is in the book. Such as knowing your worth.
It's good.
Knowing your cadence.
That's right.
Let's talk about drop those buckets.
Yeah, you gotta do that. You gotta do
drop
that.
the bucket and owning your story. We can talk about streamlining and realigning your life.
Right.
And I talk about not selling for nesting.
That's it.
Time to soar.
Good.
And then I talk about taking the leap.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about that. And we're gonna talk about that one right there. Let's talk about taking the lead.
Taking the leap. Taking the leap is actually basically daring to get out of that nesting place.
That's it.
Spreading your wings.
Right.
Beginning to soar. But you cannot fly. And it's interesting. People say, well, I believe I can fly. You can't fly until you leap.
That's right. Can't fly until you leave.
Yeah.
Come on now.
You can't stay where you are.
Right.
And soar.
No.
And so when I talk about leaping, I'm talking about daring to jump from where you are.
That's it. Gotta be willing.
And because when you look at the eaglet, who's actually the nest is stirred,
Right.
and finally and the mother eagle actually gets in the nest with them and begin to push them closer to the edge. And so the eaglet has to make up its mind whether they're going to believe that this sowing thing is real.
That's right. They gotta make up their mind.
Gotta make up your mind.
Because mama finna push out.
Okay. Are these real wings?
Right.
Do these wings really work?
Right.
Now I've been hearing them talk about I can fly, but can I really? Well, guess what? You never know if you can fly until you do.
That's it.
And so this whole leaping piece, it's about just daring. And it's scary.
It's scary.
It's scary. I guarantee you, if everybody search within themselves, there's a leap in us.
It's a leap in.
And so when I started writing this book and started making some major changes in how I live my journey, I realized that was another leap in me.
Another leap.
And so I wanted to make sure that I could not keep this to myself.
Right.
You know, I had to help somebody else do it because again, back to the pandemic, there were so many people had been in jobs and careers and a lot of things didn't pan out.
Right.
You know, people lost a lot of things, and then these people are not old. You know, these people are not young people.
That's right.
These people in the 40s and 50s, even in the 60s.
That's right. That's right.
And so, what I want this book to do is to let everybody of every age know that there's a path in you. You've been created for something great. In order to get to it, you got to dare to leap. No matter how young your wings are, how old your wings are.
That's right.
Spread them. Take the leap. It's out there for you. It's time for your greatest life.
That's it.
You know, it's time for your greatest life.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
That's
that's what it's that's what it's all about.
Hey, listen, family. I need you to get this. This is Life Compass, Finding Your True North. It'll be coming to bookstores this fall. But listen, you're going to be blessed. If you got any questions, you can ask them now. We'll field your questions. This is an opportunity for you to really say, hey, where am I in my journey of life? And how can I find my true north? We got any questions coming in? Because we will ask them. Amen. Amen, 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 amen. If not, hey, we've been going about our...
Yes, I have. Let me, I've listened to Dr. Hudson talk, and he have confirmed to me, okay, that no one can live your life but you.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And that's that's one of the things we got to understand. That as we follow our compass, nobody can do it.
Nobody.
But you.
That's right.
Nobody can take your path. If you die today,
That's it.
and have not traveled your path, and have not made it to your destiny, guess what's going to happen? That destiny is done. Nobody can take your path. Nobody can take your destiny. In the graveyard,
Come on, talk now.
there are buried with many people.
Yeah.
Destinies, because they did not take them with them.
Destiny.
Because they did not live it. Because see, one thing is that if you begin to take your path and you begin to live out your destiny while you are alive,
Talk now.
when they bury you, a portion of you will forever travel the earth.
That's right.
Because you finally let it out. Because see, really your path and your destiny is in you. It's spiritual.
That's it. That's it.
And so you leave a portion of yourself when you have released yourself before you die.
Oh, yeah.
In this world.
Oh, amen.
But nobody can live it but you. And I even say, I would even say to parents, quit, there's two things. Quit trying to make your children live your path and your destiny.
That's right. I agree.
Teach them to find their own path and live out their own destiny.
That's good.
And you need to stop trying to live your destiny through your children.
Talk now. Talk now. Talk, Hudson.
Live your own path.
Live your own path.
you know, in my house, man, listen, man, we got so, listen, you know, when family get together, man, there's so many, sometimes it's not even a whole lot of room in there because we got so many destinies and so many paths walking all over each other.
That's
because our paths are crossing, you
That's
know,
it.
but we still on our paths.
Still on our path.
You know, your house need to be full of destinies.
That's it. Journeys. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
You know, that's why families are boring now. They don't have nothing to talk about.
Or they don't want to talk.
Well, they don't have nothing to talk about because everybody's on the same path.
That's it.
You know, when we come together, we can talk about where we been and
That's
what we see.
That's it.
You know,
That's it.
and where we going.
That's it.
You know, that makes a happy family.
Oh man, it's
You
a
know,
joyful thing.
Yeah.
But and that's why it's so important to find your true north and your compass, because if you don't know where you're going, you can't even share it.
You have nothing to talk about.
Got nothing to talk
You
about.
have nothing to offer.
That's it.
You don't have anything to offer.
That's good.
Life becomes one day, becomes boring.
Amen. Well, hey, family, hey, we've been going about an hour. It's been good. I hope you've been watching, enjoying. Listen, book is coming out. Any other ones? Amen. Listen, this has been a wonderful time of sharing, wonderful time of conversation, wonderful time of dialogue. Listen, if you view this later on, you could go ahead, put your questions in, talk about it. Dr. Donald Hudson, he'll be preaching tomorrow in Milwaukee. He'll be at 8:30, amen, at the New Direction Christian Church, amen, and he'll be at the Jeremiah Missionary Baptist Church at 8:30, so we are excited. Listen, let me share something with y'all. He is going to be sharing a specific word at each church. So, hey, if you want to get up, you better get up at 8:30 because you're going to get a fresh Rhema word, and then at 10:30 you're going to get another Rhema word. It's going to be off the chain this weekend. I'm thankful for everybody that came out, everybody that came and viewed. Listen, you need to find out your life's compass, and you need to find out your true north, because your destiny is closer than what you think. Dr. Hudson, find the
Man,
words.
thank you for allowing me to share. I thank everybody for just tuning in.
Yeah.
And I'm excited, not just about the rest of my life,
That's it.
but I'm excited about